Dekrus, son of Alakos, son of Kator, is a puerile essence. At the youthful age of 196, he asked the elders of his weald, Verburn, to be allowed to leave and see the world that he had thus only experienced through his voracious reading of every book his weald offered. His mother, Ezig, was vehemently against the idea, but his father was approbative, and thus the elders began discussions on whether or not they would acquiesce with his request. He did not know if his grandfather, Arig, who was an elder himself, would help his plight or not, seeing as he was his mother's father. He had heard of the major cities throughout the world, the stands that were erected near them, and the lives of all the multitude of races that he only ever chanced to see a few glimpses of every decade or so, as the more exotic merchants would come to the weald to trade with the essence, or the servants of nobles would request a small mural for their garden, or to have a building fixed for the city. Every time, Dekrus would try and talk with the foreigners during their visit, but each time one of the elders, or his mother's friends, would usher him off and deny him the pleasure. Therefore, after they had been discussing his departure for a mere 2 years, Dekrus made the most impulsive decision of his life. He left the weald on his own. He concluded that he would already be of age by the time they reached a decision, so he might as well proceed on his own. His ears twitch nervously, even now, when he contemplates what would happen if his mother were to find him. Dekrus took a few blank journals and his spellbook, ready to advance his studies as a wizard through his travels. Together with his trusted familiar, Nissi, he ventured forth to see the world. While he was often looked at with disdain and fright upon entering a town, the townsfolk would usually calm down when they learned he was an essence. It was at one of the first major cities he visited, Kiris, where he chanced upon Iskani, a female half-fae, half-dragon, and through a confusing conversation with her, gave an open-ended promise so he could accompany her. Upon reflection, he's moderately apprehensive of what that promise might entail.